Afternoon. How are you? How's everybody doing? What's the deal? What's the deal? I hope everyone's good. Today has been another crazy day, back to back. You know, um, I had loads of meetings, loads of calls, and to be honest, man, it's been a day. It's been a day. So if I'm late, I'm still here. You know what I'm saying? Uh, so definitely got the gym in today. We got the gym in for sure. Finish some work calls so I could spend some time over here with you guys and discuss what's happening with earnings. You know what I mean? Um, my phone's trying to connect again. So let's get into the portfolio today. How is it looking? It's gonna ask me these million questions, bro. Wait, hold on. Right. Let's get into it. Okay, here we go. So what we're discussing today. So today's call about on the stream is about basically what I'm doing in terms of earnings. Like I said in the last video yesterday was right now I'm chilling, bro. Like I'm chilling. I'm looking at the market, see how it, you know, how everything is going. I wanted to buy some more SoFi stock today. Um, where's SoFi at today? SoFi is at $18. In the public portfolio, I only have 6.4 shares, right? I want to get this up to in the public portfolio about before I want to see what's happening during the earnings call, but I might buy some today. I want my position to be minimum 50 shares in the public portfolio. I've got so far in the I've got so far close to 1,000 shares, I think, in a private portfolio. It's not a lot, so I want to build my position in SoFi. I believe in the company. I know Morningstar over here on Robinhood is basically said well, forget that. It's 19 fair value, and we're almost there, bro. Like, and if you look at this chart, right? Let's go up and just look at this. Year to date, that's the candle, right? So it was about $26.66. And where's the max? 11 bucks, right? What I'm doing with SoFi is basically I want to grow my positions. I believe in the company and what it's doing and what it's about. Again, I cannot advise you what to buy, hold, and sell. I'm just another guy with a hat on YouTube, and basically, I want to, I'm not financially certified. I just been trading stocks since 2015, and that's where I'm at, right? I obviously assist other people in growing their portfolios as well, friends, family members, some of my clients. So I can only share what I'm doing personally and what I'm doing in my public portfolio, which is this. This was zero not too long ago. It's seven and some change right now. So I'm trying to get it to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 50, 50 to 100, right? That's the goal, right? Um, so that's where I'm at right now. So with SoFi, so I want to add. I know the fundamentals of the company. I've done my due diligence on where the company is going and what they're all about. If you guys don't know and you're new to the channel, what's up? So SoFi is a banking app. It's not your traditional banking app. It's basically a bank, totally online. Um, there's no brick and mortar retail stores. Good, really HSA saving account. Definitely recommended because we have one. Open up a saving account. Why? Because you get free money. What happens if you actually open up a SoFi account? They give you, I think, around $300 to $400 free, plus everything online. So you know, it's great in terms of you don't like. I don't know when's the last time I actually went to a bank and like spoke to them and or the tellers or whatever, right? So everything that I do with my bank, I personally bank with HSBC just because I moved over from Dubai. It just made complete sense in terms of converting transition at that time. But this is why I bank also with SoFi, and I have my investments with Fidelity brokerage. That's my private portfolio. The Robinhood Public, it's easier to guide people on this app, I assume, and that's just my assumption, but it works for me. So yeah, that's about SoFi. Like So if you understand, that's what SoFi is, right? So going back to what SoFi is and where they are today, the earnings are, when is this earnings out? Let me just check. I know it's out this week. I think, is it today? Hold up, let me just tell you. Okay. SoFi is tomorrow, Wednesday, right? So tomorrow's earnings are SoFi, Microsoft, Amazon. I'm just naming a few, not everybody. Meta, Alphabet, and Cheesecake. These are the ones I'm invested in the private or the public portfolio. So that's why I mentioned only those guys, those stocks, right? Now, today's call is about obviously what I'm doing during earnings. I might add some new plays to the public portfolio, which I'm not at all in the private portfolio. And what I'm looking at is to add, because I know AI, I know your AMD, your Nvidia. If you're in them or not in them, you've heard the noise that you know Nvidia is now like a 5 trillion company. The biggest company on the planet in terms of what it's worth is $5.19 trillion. Wow. Today it's a bit down. It opened on about 216. It's about 210, so not massive. Um, and I'm sure all you guys heard about what's happening with AMD and Nvidia. If you look at Nvidia, right? So Nvidia as a company is what was it? 5.19 trillion. And you look at AMD, what they at? 526 billion, bro. Right? And it's at 323. So I've made a killing in the private portfolio on AMD. If you're in it, you made a killing as well. No matter how much stock you have, you killed it, right? Or whatever. But what I'm trying to add now, I'm trying to add in the public portfolio something brand new that I've not even invested in the private portfolio. Now, everybody's talking about AI stocks. Everybody's talking about, uh, your regular, which is Meta and Tesla and Amazon, and the list goes on, right? What I'm looking at, and of course, this is not financial advice. What I'm looking at is basically, like to run all the AI, you always need, whether you need the like MU stocks to run them or hardware, software, you know what I'm saying, right? The Micron stocks. You need computers, you need Apple, you need the Androids, the alphabets, blah blah blah, right? You need energy. So, are you investing in energy stock? What I'm getting to is that I found some copper stock. I'm gonna pop it up over here like on the app. These are the things I put on my radar, right? Like last time I did something on the radar with a friend of mine about B-Bull, and I spoke about it yesterday. So you guys, if you just go back to the video and I explain, like when I put something on the radar in the public portfolio, I'll just put it like I'll buy one share of it or $10, $20, whatever, just to put on my radar, because I'm not looking at these stocks, but the people in my network are, right? So what I'm looking at in the to add a complete new sort of uh, stock in the public portfolio is FCX. Right now, what is FCX? Right, FCX stands for Freeport MC Moran. Wow. Okay, cool. But what they're all about, right? So basically, in a nutshell, I'm not going to read out all this. It's copper, right? It's gold. Now, when I mention about AI and stuff like this, computers, everybody needs these sort of, the wiring, the fiber optics, and this company, from what I've done my research in, it's one of the biggest in terms of supplying these materials to build the back end for AI, for our computers to run, right? So if you want, let me read out what it actually is about. Freeport MC Moran Incorporation engages in the mining of copper, gold, and molybdenum. If I'm butchering the pronunciation, it is what it is, bro. It operates through the following segments: US copper mines, South America operations, Indonesia operation. Bro, it's like everywhere. Dude. Atlantic Copper and the corporate and other. The U.S. copper mines segment operates open pit copper mines in Morenci, Baghdad. Bro, these guys are everywhere. Miami, Arizona, Chile, bro, New Mexico. The South America operation segment includes Cerrivid, Peru, bro. Let's get to it. So the U.S. rod and refining segment consists of copper conversion facilities located in North America and includes refinery and rod mills. Okay. So what? The corporate and other segment offers other mining eliminations, oil and gas operation. Bro, in a nutshell, like I said, these guys provide the materials to build all the backend. So the wires, the whatever, you know what I mean? Like if you look at your Verizon router, there's all these stuff that's backend, and when the guys come to pay, these are the companies that supplying these things, in my opinion, due diligence. Now, what I'm putting on my radar is FCX, which is currently $58. Year to date, again, good price point. It was 51 5 years ago, right? You can look at the candle growing. So 5 years ago, 37 bucks. Today is 58, right? Now, 1 year ago, 37. It's 58. Year to date, it's doing its thing. You know, 3 months doing its thing. 1 week, it hit 70 in a week. April 21st, it hit $70, and currently it's here. Let's see what Morningstar says about it. If there's a Morningstar says fair value is 30, so it's already past that. Rating is 1 out of 5. That's crazy. Freeport MC Morane's fair value increased 3% due to strong copper and gold prices. There you go, right? That's what I'm saying. They're mining, bro. Not only copper, gold as well, right? Now, other people are looking who also own this stock are looking at these. I'm not personally in any of these companies. Um, so that's one copper company I'm will be adding, putting it on my radar. So it's a or at this point in time with this stock. But I just wanted to come out since I learned about it, share that with you, right? Uh, the other one that I wanted to mention, so it's all the same segment, is SCCO. Let me put that up. Now, what's SCCO? So again, into copper, right? Southern Corp engages in this time. I'm definitely not going to read it, but it's same. Look at the operations all mentioned, right? So underground mines, a coal mine, and several so similar from the actual natural materials founded in 1952, 16,000. So what's the stock currently at? $170, bro. Let's just look at 3 months ago. Bang, 201, 201. So it's around there. Let's look at 5 years, bro. $72 and now 170 5 years ago. So imagine, bro, if you got it past 5 years. In the past 5 years, this stock has hit 135% and more. So like I'm not here to get rich tomorrow. Like I don't believe in the lottery. If you win, great. Hats off to you, bro. Hats off to you. You know, hats off to you. But why the reason I say I don't believe in the lottery system and all these other things, I'm not saying you can't win, but your chances of winning is nearly to none. And it all depends like how many people are in this and X, Y, and Z. So I rather take whatever dollars I've been putting into the lottery and just putting it in stocks. For example, if you were buying, I don't know, weekly, monthly, lottery ticket, and if you were buying a lottery ticket for the last 5 years, let's just say, what's the cost of a lottery ticket? I don't know. Let's just say $2. Let's just say $2, right? So $2 if you're buying it in 2021, $72. So let's just put this in and see what comes up. So I'm asking Gemini, hey Gemini, if I was buying Southern Corp SCCO ticker symbol 5 years ago when the cost of one share was 72.42 cents and today is $170.52, and if I daily bought $2 of this share from April 2021 to April 2026, what would be my investment and profit? So let's see where it comes out. Gemini is doing its thing. It normally takes really quick. So if you just tuned in, I'm asking Gemini about this company, Southern Corp. If I was buying Southern Corp 5 years ago, when the cost was about 72 or some change, and today it's $170, and if I bought daily $2 of the share from April 2021 to April 2026, what would be my investment and profit? Bro, Gemini's taking really long, Rude. Let's see who's quicker, because Gemini is doing a thing. Let me just drop this in chat and see what happens. Yo, chat's already pumped it out, bro. Gemini has actually just come back to me. Let me see if they're giving me the same value. That would be cool. Okay, let's see. Okay, so profit. Okay, Gemini's come back. So Gemini is basically saying, uh, so your total investment on a stock like this would have been $2,420, right? So you would be, how does this look? 1 second. So you doubled your money with a 78% gain, and you did it with just $2 a day. Zero time stress, just consistency. Okay. SCCO, this is all Gemini, right? Had a strong multi-year run tied to copper demand. You benefited from buying during lower years, 2022 to 2023. So it's basically, I found these three stocks. There's one more I'm going to mention, which I'm adding in the, and like the title says of this YouTube video, is basically what I'm doing if I was a new investor growing my portfolio, and that's what I'm doing with this public portfolio, right? I'm treating it because a lot of people have been messaging me on WhatsApp and Discord, and they're like, what would I do if I started a new portfolio today? How would I go about in doing it? And this is why I'm taking it live on YouTube. I'm like, listen, this is a public portfolio. I started from zero. I was buying in the red, a month ago, a couple of weeks. Watch the earlier videos. They're all in red. Everything. This whole thing right now, right, was in red. Let me just go back and show you, right? The whole portfolio. If I get the crypto portfolio in this, every line was probably, if there's like 10 stocks, everything, even now, look, still red, bro. Some of them, but there's more greens, right? Like there's more greens than red because the reds are one. I mean, that's literally not a red, but it's red. One, two, three, four, five. Again, 6, 7. Not massive, but like look at the red 0.63. Even for Nike, right? So I'm finding in the public portfolio, I'm finding more diversity of brands and companies that I'm not even in the private portfolio, and I'm trying to put them in here just to show you guys like these are some stocks I'm looking at and why I'm looking at it. So yeah, so if you had to put $2, you had invested in SCCO 2,520 for the last 5 years. What if any of you guys have been buying lottery tickets or anything for the last 5 years? Let me know. Just put it in the chat, right? And how much money do you buy a lottery ticket for? And how much do you think you've spent? Yeah. So, but this was like if you were buying daily for $2, two 2,250, 2,520, and then you're basically you double your money in 5 years to 78% gain, right? Now the profit was 1980, which is sound like a year. But the portfolio value would be 4,500. So that's what I'm saying, double their money, right? Nearly. So another one I'm looking at, which is the copper, same sort of sector, but it's the ETF of these copper miners. Just 1 second. Okay. So this is a ETF. If you guys don't know what an ETF is, it stands for Exchange Trade Fund. It's basically like a basket of stocks in these companies. So if you look at like the VOO, so VOO follows the S&P 500, and it has like the Nvidia's Apple. The top 500 American companies are in VOO, right? Now, basic materials, industrials, it shows you the breakdown. since it's an ETF, it should also tell you, check this out, right? So in 1 year, average annual return this ETF is given 1 year, 101, 3 years, 28, price to return percentage. So, all these stats are here, bro. Like, that's why I like using Robinhood to actually show people like these stats, because a lot of people who I know honestly are in Robinhood, but they have bought crypto, but it also offers stocks. So look at these things. If you want gold, to buy gold, silver, I'm in silver and gold and private portfolio. So this shows you everything. Now let's look at what I was trying to mention. Look, it shows you the top 10 holdings of the ETF, right? So these are the companies that are in this ETF, the top 10. I'm not going to read them out, but you can see. Look, this guy's right here as well. So if you don't want to buy Freeport as an individual stock, buy the ETF, right? And the reason that I'm looking at this, another one, the Southern Corp. So if you don't want to buy it directly, they hold 4.89% out of it, right? So what I'm going to do in the public portfolio, I'm going to buy some of the stock right now with you guys on it. And there's no buying money in this. What I'm doing is I'll probably convert some of the H bar, which has been like not doing anything, to some of this, right? So this is called COPX, correct? hmm So let me do that first and I'll come back. So I'm going to buy the COPX, and we're just going to buy one share of it right now. So one share of it. So what I'm going to do, check this out. This is live, right? So my buy power is 0. So I'm not trading with any liquid. I'm just, because this guy's not doing his thing, I'm going to, so like this is the amount of money I have, the quantity in this. So it's only $59. So I can't buy one of this stock. So 1 second. So what I'm going to do is take some XRP out. So I need to sell. And trust me, guys, I have XRP, what I consider my bags of XRP in Coinbase. This was just done because I was showing someone how to buy XRP in November last year. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to take out $90. Okay, done. I have that much, and I'm going to buy what I just said, this one. So I'm going to buy this. And this is how I'm putting stuff on my radar. And I'm just buying, I can change it from your dollars to buy a share. One, and that's the cost, review, and swipe up. So we're doing it with a mouse, a traditional mouse. So yeah, it's done. So cancel. Let's go back. So I have $10 in, and let's see if my average price of, so it's even dropped my average cost, because this was 1 point something, almost 8, right? So I'm not too bothered about the crypto in here, but I've lost a lot of money in the crypto, and I guess I'm doing the right thing, which I believe is my right thing, is that I'm converting into companies that I'm going to be in the long run. So when it comes to that copper company, I bought the ETF in that. And like I'm saying, why I bought this, if you look at a 1 year ago, it was at 39, so it's practically double its money 5 years ago. So yeah, and I got XRP, just so you know, in Coinbase when it was 77 cents. Blessings to everybody, not just me, everybody. So guys, that's what I've done in the public portfolio today. I'm definitely looking at adding more SoFi, but I don't want to catch it when it's going up. I like to buy when it's down. I'm still at a great price, like in the private portfolio mainly, but in the public, obviously I added this. I bought 5 shares or six. I bought some good time, but I got to practice and eat lunch and stuff. When I say practice, I got to prep for the call. And yeah, guys, something new we added in the public portfolio. This needs to become 10 ASAP. What's ASAP? Like sooner the better, but let's see what's happening. So I just want to share that with you guys. Easy call today. Let's, just calm vibes, blessings. So make it happen, own it. One love. Peace.